Today's IRS tax update, developing news out of the IRS, where a new report released has revealed that the IRS has lost millions of tax records. So we're going to take a look at the story that has largely gone unreported and how this could expose millions of you to identity theft and possible future delayed tax refunds. Then for those of you still waiting on your tax refunds, we'll check in on the latest backlog of unprocessed tax returns, as well as amended returns, and recap tax returns being sent to the IRS Heirs Department, along with tax topic code 151 and tax transcript codes 970 and 571. New report released by the Treasury Department, the IRS cannot locate thousands of microfilm cartridges storing millions of sensitive business and individual tax account records, and that tax information could be used to commit tax fraud, according to the report. Among the missing items, including cartridges that were meant to be, among other records, shipped to an IRS processing center in Kansas City from a former facility in California, more than 4,000 cartridges containing business tax account and 4,500 cartridges containing individual tax account information also could not be accounted for at the Kansas City facility, according to the report. At this point, not only does the IRS not know where the missing items are located, they do not even know whose tax information has been lost in the first place. Now, while the IRS blames this on not enough funding for their budget, they maintain these items will eventually be found. Now, it should be worth mentioning it's been 3 years since the IRS destroyed 30 million unprocessed tax returns, and at this very date, they still not explain the reason for it happening and continue to ignore requests by Congress for an answer. So there's a belief these missing records will in fact never be found. To make things worse, at the Ogden, Utah IRS Tax Processing Center, the inspection found 7 empty boxes, which could hold up to 168 cartridges total, holding up to 2,000 photographic images of tax records. These are actual pictures of some of the empty boxes from the report. Oh, because the IRS uses such old computer systems, they use microfilm cartridges to store backup records of tax information, which is required by law. To complicate things, the microfilm contractor the IRS was using has been out of business since 2018. The report has also indicated IRS personnel have not been doing required annual inventories of the records and urged them to better restrict access. The cartridges at the Utah facility are stored on open shelving in the middle of a large warehouse that is exposed. Now, what this could mean for you is if the information is further exposed, taxpayers such as yourselves could have their identities stolen in an attempt to collect tax refunds. And with the IRS averaging 14 months to conduct ID theft investigations, it is likely a long delay for those tax refunds would happen as a result. So it is highly advised you file your tax return as early as possible to prevent those from filing an illegitimate tax return in your name. Moving on to the current backlog of unprocessed tax returns, the number remains at 1.7 million remaining as of the latest update. If you're still waiting on your e-file return, you're now among 1.5 million waiting. However, if you're waiting on a paper return, that number is now down to 213,000, and we've been seeing significant progress on those paper returns in the last month. Amended returns are continuing to drop by the week, now down to 1.1 million, which has not been this low since earlier this year. So even though processing remains slow on those returns, there continues to be work done, and it is advised, even despite the long waits, not to send in a duplicate amended return to speed things up unless specifically told to do so by the IRS. Processing continues, come additional reports of tax returns being sent to the IRS Heirs Department for further review. So if you're still waiting on your tax return and it is not delayed due to audit, ID verification, employer wage verification, or normal paper processing delays, then there's a likelihood it is off to the Heirs Department and could be a result of a simple data entry error. Last year, over 17 million tax returns contained math errors and had to be adjusted as a result, which led to significant delays for some. Oftentimes, this is not deliberate, and it could be as simple as an accidental typing of a wrong number for reported wages and tax withholdings. Viewers seeing tax topic 151 as seen here, there is in fact an issue with your tax return, most likely resulting in a refund adjustment. Now, 151 does not specify exactly what the issue is, but does acknowledge the IRS system has detected something wrong. Meanwhile, for those seeing 57971 tax transfer codes, they'll fall into one of two categories. If you see those codes with the same date, that means the IRS has auto-corrected the issue and no further action is necessary on your part with your refund cleared for release. While if those codes show 2 different dates, that means the IRS continues to work on the issue with your tax return. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax refund issue. In the meantime, we'll keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.